Welcome to Untold Pioneers, a channel that explores lesser-known stories and untold tales of historical figures, events, and cultural phenomena. Join us as we delve deep into the past to uncover the hidden gems of history. Today we will talk about the forgotten heroines of the French Revolution. The French Revolution is a story that we think we know. It's a tale of oppressed citizens rising against their tyrannical rulers, the fall of the monarchy, and the birth of a new democratic republic. But we don't often hear about the women who fought alongside the men, played a critical role in the revolution's success, and were largely erased from the history books. These were the forgotten heroines of the French Revolution. Women played a vital role in the early stages of the revolution, participating in political clubs and meetings, writing political pamphlets, and organizing public demonstrations. In fact, women were among the first to demand an end to the monarchy, call for universal suffrage, and push for a republic's establishment. They formed their own political clubs, such as the Society of Revolutionary Republican Women, and played an active role in the street protests that were a hallmark of the revolution. But despite their contributions, women were largely excluded from the political process. The new government of the Republic stripped women of their rights, denied them the vote, and limited their participation in public life. Many women who had fought so hard for the revolution were disillusioned and betrayed by the new government. However, a few women refused to give up the fight. They continued to push for women's rights, even as they faced ridicule, harassment, and imprisonment. Women like Pauline Léon, Heroines de Méricourt, and Claire Lacombe organized demonstrations and protests, demanded that women be given the right to vote and to serve in public office, and worked tirelessly to raise awareness about the issues facing women in France. Despite their efforts, however, the Republic largely ignored women's rights. It wasn't until the 20th century that women in France would finally be granted the right to vote. But the contributions of these forgotten heroines should not be forgotten. They were the ones who laid the groundwork for the feminist movements of the 19th and 20th centuries. They were the ones who showed that women could be political actors, organize and agitate for change, and be a force for revolution. It's important to remember that the French Revolution was not just a battle between the nobility and the common people. It was also a struggle for the rights of women, who had long been marginalized and oppressed by society. The forgotten heroines of the French Revolution were the ones who fought to bring women's issues to the forefront of the political debate. We still have a long way to go before women achieve true equality. But we owe a debt of gratitude to these early pioneers who paved the way for our modern feminist movements. Without them, we might not have the right to vote, the right to own property, or the right to pursue our own dreams and ambitions. As we look back on the history of the French Revolution, let us not forget the contributions of these brave women. Let us honor their memory by continuing to fight for gender equality and social justice. And let us never forget that the struggle for justice is ongoing, and that we all have a role to play in creating a more just and equal world. Start by introducing the audience to the extent of women's involvement in the French Revolution. While we often think of this period as being dominated by men, women were actually very active participants in the events of the time. In fact, some estimates suggest that up to a third of those who took part in the revolution were women. Despite this, women's role in the revolution is often overlooked and minimized in the historical record. From here, you can provide more information about some of the key heroines of the revolution. For example, you might focus on Olympe de Gouges, a French playwright and political activist who campaigned for women's rights and the abolition of slavery. Explain that while de Gouges was a celebrated figure in her time, she was ultimately arrested and executed during the Reign of Terror for her political views. Who was an important woman in the French Revolution? Who was the female spy in the French Revolution? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Untold Pioneers for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching.